All right, peace, family. Working late tonight. Crypto cakes, peace, 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 peace. We're here. Come on inside of the room. Come on inside of the room. As you see on the screen, Comet saw you to secure your spot. We begin tomorrow with our 3-day live training. Super excited about this. The Acre Boys will be there. We just need you to show up so we can put this information in front of you. What information are we referring to? All about the land business. We'll be breaking down tomorrow primarily the two functions that we concentrate on, the two strategies that we teach. That's tax deed investing, and that is direct to owner investing. First, even if you have no experience, this is for you. If you have experience, this is for you, right? We can help anywhere along the journey. The Acre Boys themselves are active land investors. Our journey happened to start 9 years ago in running. We picked this skill set up and we never put it down, and it has worked with us up to this point. This is why we're here having this conversation. We do these 3-day land flipping challenges to get this information in front of you so you can make a decision. The biggest thing you can do for yourself is decide, is this for you or is this not for you? Up to date, we have helped thousands of people with free information. Inside of our community, our paid community, we have helped those individuals who sat where you sat, who didn't have any experience. We have helped hundreds of them along their way of their journey to become land investors. If you ask me 9 years ago, if we thought we'll be teaching in this capacity, the answer would have been no. It was suggested to us that we start teaching our people about what we had going on and some of the wins and successes that we were receiving so they would know. They would be in the know. They would know where to go. And indeed, we did start doing that 3.5 years ago. We're now headed into our 4th year of teaching. Super excited about that as well because the future is bright. I feel like it's still day one, and I still feel like we have so much to do and so far to go and so many more people to touch. That is the goal, is to not stop until this is normal conversations, to this is popular, just like some of your favorite records or entertainment sources. That is the goal. Why? Because this makes sense. Culturally, when were we thriving? When we were prevalent and we owned more land. We were thriving. Not my opinion. That's what the data supports. As a culture, we were doing a lot better financially when we were in more ownership of land and farms. Now, these things have took the back seat and they're not cool anymore. It's not cool to invest in land and farm anymore. But it's cool to lead the market with our dollars in spending in the top 5 of what we spend on food. Fast food is within the top 5. So think about that. So we want to break this system down. Comment the word saw you first of all. Comment saw you to make sure you secure your spot to get in the room tomorrow night. Comment saw you. We'll be there on time. It'll be a dynamic week. We don't like to make promises, but the one promise that I do make is that we will be giving you the information in the game on how to get started as a land investor. That's a promise. It'll be up to you to make a decision. So I just want to cover a few things. We'll be giving you the foundation of what to expect as a land investor. We'll be diving deep into the world of tax deed investing. Tax deed investing is when we put in front of you the opportunity for you to buy tax forfeited properties for discounted prices, deep discounted prices, right? We give you places to go and we give you the education on how to view what you're looking at. What's a good land deal? What's not a good land deal, right? How to evaluate land. That is key on how to evaluate it, because I can give someone a list of valuable properties, and they may not see the same value that I see. So knowing how to evaluate this is going to be, as an investor, that's going to be one of the primary functions, is knowing how to evaluate it. So many times I've had students come into our ecosystem and say, hey, I was doing this on my own. Look at this property that I bought. And it's like, the property may be landlocked or the property may be wet. And I'm like, you maybe shouldn't have bought that because it's tough now. If you buy a landlocked piece of property, essentially what you have done, if you're trying to sell a property, is you have condensed your buyer pool down to only 3 people. And that depends on how it's landlocked. That may be 2 people. Only people that will be interested in the property at that point is the people on the east of it, the people on the south or north or the west of it. That's it. Especially from a tax sale auction. Never buy landlocked properties from a tax sale auction because you're going to have a tough time getting an easement to allow you access to your property. What's an easement? An easement allows you access to go through someone else's property to get to your property. That's what an easement is. Now, if you're buying from an owner and it's landlocked, I wouldn't suggest, if you're new, to buy a landlocked property, period. That's what I'm going to suggest for new people, right? Don't pick up headaches. Don't buy headaches. That's what we say. You're buying a headache. Just find one that is not landlocked, especially if you're new. All right. So we'll be breaking down that. We'll be breaking down the tax deed space and why you should be participating in it. Here, I'll give you some reasons why you should be participating in it, right? Right here in front of me, this is a deed, right? This is the paperwork for me to buy or send the money in to purchase a deed that I'm looking to get tomorrow. So these days, I don't do a lot of tax deed investing. We started off doing a lot of tax deed investing because we've moved on to bigger deals. But when I do run across a tax deed property that is worth my time, I entertain it. This right here says, I want you to see it as well. What does that say? $1,800. So tomorrow, I'm going to do a little bit of homework on that. I have about another week and a half to get the money in if I want to be the owner of it. But I always do homework. I always suggest you do homework before you make a purchase. I'll do a little bit of homework, a little more homework on the property. And if everything checks out, I'm going to send my $1,800 in. That $1,800 will allow me to become the owner of the property, the deed holder of the property. Then I'm going to put it on the market. Once I got the deed, I'm going to put it on the market for $12,000, $13,000. So I'm looking to take $1,800 and turn it into $12,000, $13,000, potentially 7 to 10x my dollar. And I'm not going to leave from home. I don't have to travel besides going to the bank locally, right? And we'll give it our best shot once it's on the market. Once you buy it, right, and you've done all your homework, it always sells at some point. Only time that we see land doesn't sell is when you haven't bought it right or it's priced too high. Those are the primarily 2 reasons why we see land doesn't sell. It's priced too high or something is wrong with it. So that's why I said you're going to hear me do homework on it tomorrow, because doing that homework is going to serve you better before you even have money coming out of pocket or when you're looking to sell it. The homework is already done. Comment the word SOIL. Comment SOIL, SOIL, to attend our 3-day training, which starts tomorrow. If you have registered already, I'll see you tomorrow. Make sure you join the Telegram group. It is free as well. And we're already having conversations offline inside of that Telegram group. All right. So that's my quick PSA. We won't talk about direct to owner. Direct to owner investing is where we make a lot more money than tax deed investing. Direct to owner investing, we'll put in front of you or show you and teach you how you can go after land throughout the country at any acreage size, anytime. This is tax deed investing on steroids. Tax deed investing really can't hold a candle next to direct to owner investing. When you're tax deed investing, you're at the mercy of what the tax sale auction one offers, you're at the mercy of when they tell you what to bid, when to bid, how much to bid. When we're going direct to owner investing, we've taken all of that power back. Now we go after what area we want, when we want to go after it. We say how much we want to entertain or offer for the property. We have all the power. You just have to understand what I'm saying to you, how powerful this is. And let me just try to give an illustration or example of that. So if I knew in a said county, I was interested in 3 acres in that county, I can put a 3-acre campaign together and go after all the 3-acre properties in that said county. That is extremely powerful. We have at our disposal the county assessors database right at the push of our finger. And we know who owns what in any given area at any given time. That is extremely powerful when we're looking to invest. And we send out offers to buy those 3-acre properties. And someone is always looking to sell. You may be thinking, oh, what if nobody wants to sell? Well, I've never seen a time where someone's not looking to sell. It's just like the housing market. Houses go on the market, they go off the market. They come back on, they go off the market. You ever seen a realtor run out of houses to sell? They may get slow at times, but you ever seen them never have houses to sell for an extended period of time? Because that's just the flow of the economy of the housing market. And land follows houses. If the housing market is booming, the land market is booming. Sometimes when the housing market is not booming, the land market is still doing well. That depends on the type of land that you're concentrating on in that area. Meaning that if the housing market is slow and your target asset that you're looking to pick up is a residential property that will be designed to build on, then the land market may be slow. But if the housing market is slow and your target asset when it comes to land is recreational property could still be moving and selling just as fast as houses can. That's why it's key to know your area. That is also something that we teach. Learn your area. I've been playing in the same area for the past 5 years. So it's in abundance. Your area where you at right now is in abundance. You just need to know how to find it. It's there. And then once you locate it, you need to know how to get an offer out about it. It's there. You want a family compound? You want your homestead? These days, it's just, even if you wanted to build from the ground up, these days it's probably cheaper to buy land and build new construction yourself. So this business embodies all of that. It'll allow you to make money. And if you want it to keep for personal use, it'll allow you to get it at discounted prices. All right. So comment the word soil to secure your spot. We'll be there tomorrow. We'll be focusing on our 2 primary strategies that we've used that has allowed us to be highly successful as land investors, that has allowed us to fire our 9-to-5 jobs in less than 3 years, that has allowed us to do over 500 land deals, that has allowed us to help thousands of people just with free information, hundreds inside of our paid community. We had allowed us to have investors make $100,000 in 1 month. That has allowed us for another investor to make his yearly salary off of 1 deal. And a ton of other testimonials. All right, beautiful people. I'm going to cut out. It is getting a little late. But I had to come on here with that PSA to make sure, because this is last call. The bar is closing. Last call. The bar is closing. If you haven't secured your spot, if you didn't comment soil to secure your spot, you're missing out on a great opportunity. If you did, I'll see you there on time. All right. Good night. Peace.